So a couple of days ago, or some days ago, it might actually be now, I did a story about a comment that came from Bernie Sanders in an interview he did with LA Times, where he actually started really going off. He started taking the gloves off and really going after Joe Biden. Now, it looks like Bernie has done this once again with Joe Biden. This time, I believe it's an interview in the Washington Post, and he has levied multiple critiques against Joe Biden, okay? He says he brings a lot of baggage into the race, but that's not the only thing. So Senator Bernie Sanders slammed his Democratic opponent for the baggage he'd bring to a general election facing Donald Trump. Quote, "It's just a lot of baggage that Joe takes into a campaign, which isn't going to create energy and excitement," Sanders told the Washington Post in an interview published Thursday. Quote, "He brings into this campaign a record which is so weak that it just cannot create the kind of excitement and energy that is going to be needed to defeat Donald Trump. It doesn't take much imagination to understand that Trump will be saying, 'You see this guy? He voted for NAFTA.'" He also hit Biden over running a traditional campaign by, quote, "running to wealthy people's homes and raising large sums of money." And so what you've got here is I guess what looks to be this sort of, double or triple layered attack. And so I think Bernie needs to do more of this, is what I think. So some of you guys may disagree, although I don't know how many people disagree. I think Bernie needs to go more gloves off in terms of going after Biden. Like, now's the time to strike, because if you don't, dude, like, it's not going to be, time is running out. So he needs to start levying these critiques. And recently, he started making the case for why he's more electable than Joe Biden is against Donald Trump. And that's the most important one to honestly hammer on. One, because that's such an important issue for American voters currently, is who can defeat Donald Trump. But two, it's simply for the fact that, Bernie Sanders has a really good shot. Not just a really good shot, he has the best shot to beat Donald Trump. So people are pretending as if it's this negative, that he doesn't have a chance to win, when in actuality, he has the highest chance to win. So it's totally lopsided, and he needs to start making his case for that, man. And so that's what he's doing, and he's explaining his crap record that Joe Biden has. He's explaining how people in the Rust Belt states will see through him because he voted for NAFTA. And the Iraq War is another example that he's given in the past. And this is another reason, remember, why Hillary Clinton lost. Her record was horrible. Her record was absolutely atrocious, okay? And, that's part of the reason why she, actually lost. And then I love that he's also hitting Biden for the, quote, traditional campaign and, going after wealthy donors. I very much like that because, I would say probably the most popular thing is being, populist, being for the people, of the people, and by the people. And Joe Biden clearly has all of his money coming from, bundlers and big dollar donors and maxed out donations from Comcast execs and bundlers and stuff like that. And so I think that that's also an effective means. But overall, I want to say this. Bernie needs to keep doing this, and hopefully these will continue to get press. And hopefully, over time, he will convince people, and I hope he gets more attention to these critiques of Joe Biden that exist that he's putting out there, because, they're just really good critiques. They're really good critiques of him, and they will do wonders in converting people to supporting Bernie Sanders from Joe Biden. I always felt like he took a bit of a two gloves off approach when it came to Hillary Clinton. And I think that he shouldn't make the same mistake this time. So keep hammering on his baggage and his record. Keep hammering on his lack of populism and all of that stuff. And we will hopefully see the polls to flip.